I didn't know I was going to be in this position. And I just feel good, but it makes me feel uncomfortable, and I need to work on that. Imagine I didn't even press record. I started chatting, I didn't even press record, but I'm getting used to speaking to you lot every week. So thank you for tuning in. This week's been good, man. I think this week is about progression. That's what I'm learning. That's what I've learned, to be fair. I know this already. And I think what I've started to do is appreciate the progression that I find within on a daily basis, because I feel like progression can be seen as like you get physical things, or things happen like money. You might achieve something and get a certificate, but often in the space of where I'm at now, progression is more of a feeling, or like little things that aren't really tangible that happen. Like you can almost feel the boulder that you're pushing up the hill going a little bit. So yeah, this week was about progression, man. We've had some amazing things happen within the business. Hopefully I want to start documenting stuff a bit more. Progression with just mindset. Managed to get the wife to start training with me as well, so you might get some gym content on here now. Kettlebell training is crazy, by the way. Like, who would have known? The kettlebell is the way forward. What else, man? I started to feel proud of me. Started to feel proud of my wife. Started to feel proud of the kids. Like, our daughter started creating content for us this week, and it's amazing, man. Getting the family involved is like a dream come true. Being around the family and trying to like finally getting to use my wisdom, use my intelligence, my experiences to make them better, bro. That's the best feeling, man. Like, I've got her creating content for us, but like I'm showing her bits of editing, but she's actually better than me, but I'm more experienced than her. So like, when I'm seeing something she's trying to do and I'm thinking of how I would do it, I'm showing her tricks or techniques that she didn't know, but her talent's natural, like it's raw. So it's nice, man. It's good. Same with my son with football. I think he's going to go on to be a better footballer than I ever would have been. However, I've been through things that he's going through in football now, like poor performances, disappointing things happening in the game, losing games, losing in life, to be honest. Because when you're like 13 years old, there's only so many L's you take, right? But it's good to see him have that grit of wanting to win, and also have that experience of like, oh, I didn't do great today, but I'm gonna bounce back. So yeah, he had a moment of that, which was great. But yeah, man, I'm just feeling like I'm making progress, bro, and that's priceless right now. I've realized, someone actually asked me, a friend of mine made me realize that I don't cope well with feeling comfortable. Like, I'm one of them people that likes to be there with their back against the wall, because honestly, the phase I'm going into is a scary space, but we've done it in quite a smart way, or as smart as you can do, really. Moving at the pace I wanted to move at, doing what I wanted to do, as far as like quitting my job and going into a space of uncertainty. I put as much certainty in the uncertainty, if that even makes sense. And like, that's a hard thing to actually conceive, because like I'm now understanding that, like, raw, you actually know what you're doing here. You've got some nice things in place, nice things in position, got some great people on side. You're actually putting projects out. You're doing what you said you're setting out to do. You're already ticking some boxes. You've got a way to earn money um, on the side that's very passive and doesn't really involve in your lifestyle. You're learning other trades. You're learning other skills. Like everything I'm doing is positive, but I don't feel comfortable in that. And that's like a trauma thing. Like I want to feel uncomfortable. Like I want to feel like my back's against the wall to because that allows me to perform more. So I guess what I need to do is learn how to perform when things are set up right. Because who wants to work in chaos for their whole life, right? 42 years old this year. Like I don't want to do that much longer. The hairline is hanging on by thin. The hairline's hanging on for dear life. The hair's thinning at the top. The beard's turning grey. Like I need a little stress in my life as possible. So yeah, like that's something I've really observed this week is that I ain't good in situations when things are going well. 1 second, I'll pick this up in a sec.
A few moments later.
I did it again where I'm talking and I just don't press record. But yeah, sorry about that. I had to jump off quickly and jump back in because I had a call with a client that I'm working with through a company that my friend owns. Um, and it's nice to be able to have that flexibility and still be able to earn a bit of money whilst building SSBE. But that's funny because it looks like, fingers crossed, that'll be my first deal that I do with this company. And I'm able to do it in my own time. It doesn't affect what I'm doing with my family. It doesn't affect what I'm doing as far as the business with Natasha or anything like that. I can work it around me, but I earn very well off it as well, potentially, for just talking to people about something that's good for them. And that's partly what I'm struggling with. Like, this is actually a good thing, Gavin. Like, this is actually a positive. You can really do well off this by itself, let alone do well off this whilst building a business and helping the community. Like, they're just bare blessings, man. God's just blessing me in a way that I didn't even know was coming. Like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, especially, that I didn't know I was going to be in this position. Not to feel good, but it makes me feel uncomfortable. And I need to work on that. Like, does anyone else feel that? Let me know in the comments if when things are going well, if you ever feel a bit uncomfortable and a bit uneasy. Like, that's trauma, you know. That's something that's not really healthy. It's not a good way to be. It's not a good way to think. So I'm trying to work around that. I'm trying to be a bit more savvy with how I behave where these things are concerned. Because I'm doing well. I'm doing well. We're doing well as a family. As even on the business side, we're doing well. We're just thriving. Everyone's healthy. On our way to being wealthy. And I just gotta thank God for that. You know what I mean? But yeah, people, thank you again for tuning in. I'm going to try and keep these consistent. Next week will be my first week out of the corporate world again. So next Sunday, when I do catch up with you lot, it's going to be different. I know I'm going to be feeling emotional. So yeah, I look forward to that. I look forward to catching up with you lot then. And we'll talk, man. Peace and love, yeah? Enjoy yourselves.